crazy bands start up each and every day. I saw another one just the other day, a special new band. I don't remember lying, I don't remember a line, I don't remember a word, but I don't care, I care, I really don't care. Did you see the drummer's head?
And we would like to say that we love to listen to CFRC and
So this is a good press conference. Did you get some insights into Pavement?
Yeah, it was a good press conference in the sense that we were free to kind of ask what we wanted, and we didn't have to raise our hands and state who we were and where we were from and this and that, and not upset the band.
Do you think that their success is largely to do with college radio?
I think it has to do with the fact that the kids are yearning for new heroes. Ever since Jay Mascis started hanging out with Matt Dillon, the cosmology has been missing a godhead, and I really feel that Pavement fulfills it. They're doing things that no other band is attempting. Their songwriting structures are incredibly complex. Lyrically, they're attempting things that other people would just look at their lyrics on paper and not know what to do with it or how to fit them into their songs. I think they're great.
The first big quandary that I have is how you resist becoming pretentious when it seems like everybody, all the press is like prostrating themselves, paying homage to Pavement and putting away their typically cynical selves and just keep pouring on the praise, pouring on the praise. Maybe you have become pretentious.
You know, there's this trend among critics to attach themselves to some obscure band and say, oh, you know, I'm really big on such and such, and everybody will say, well, I've never heard of them. And you say, well, that's because I'm in the know. And Pavement is one of those bands.
I think amongst critics, I think it's cool to support Pavement. It's really cool to say, oh, I related to Pavement, you know, these 50-year-old reporters, and they're hip because they're into this band that, sounds funny.
That is a kind of a sad thing to just be a critics band, like to always be just talking about that. I guess we feel a little bit annoyed by that. Not only, well, not necessarily annoyed, but like you're saying, there's lots of different things, and we want to glide without the critics, straight into the tube.
Do you tell lies to the media still? Purportedly, you used to.
Yeah. They're not lies. I mean, we're not. For instance, I've been asked the same question a lot of times, and sometimes I'll just change the answer just because it sounds more interesting to me than the real answer.
We have different things we can do with each record. Maybe this record is a little more straight ahead and lyrically and stuff like that, and then next time we can do something different. We think we have different cards to play every time, and we played, this time we played gin rummy, and next time we'll play strip poker.
Pavement just does it different than everybody else, man. They make it their own somehow. And I mean, there's a lot of bands like Red Cross who are willing to go into the whole 70s thing, but they're not willing to do a full-out cop of Buddy Holly or something. And that does take some guts, man.
And then they are selling out in a way that they're creating a more contemporary, more mainstream sound with the album, but they're doing it in a way that I think kind of throws that back in the face of the critics, because they're doing it in a way that the critics absolutely love. because they're so intelligent about it. So instead of the usual critics yelling sellout, the critics are, you know, jumping through hoops, celebrating the sellout, which I think is the greatest form of irony that there is.
Was that just the way the lyrics spun out, or did you know that you were going to get a reaction to talking about the Smashing Pumpkins and Stone Temple Pilots? The question is, did you?
Yeah, we thought there would be it would be free publicity for the Pilots and the Pumpkins, actually. That's why we did it, not for ourselves. In the third quarter, their record sales were lagging, and we were paid off.
And I hope they paid you well, because look at all the press they've gotten over that one little lyric.
Yeah.
No, they didn't, but because things started just going fine without Range Life. And by the time our record came out, because our record sort of slowed down in production, I guess they had done a few other things to get them to make themselves kind of popular. And we agreed to put that track on the record, and when it came out, I mean, they'd already been on the cover of Spin magazine and everything, and
it didn't matter.
And it wasn't that necessary.
We're stuck with talking about it for months afterwards.
So they should pay you now, because of what you have to endure because of it.
At least a phone call or, you know,
a Hallmark card.
Yeah.
Advertising looks and chops a must. No big hair. Songs mean a lot when songs are bought, and so are you. Face right down to the practice room. Tension and fame for career.
Do you guys still manage yourselves?
Not really.
No?
Not very well.
Yeah, we mismanage ourselves.
Do you have a manager? I'm going to have to be declarative about these.
No, we don't.
No? Is that an economic or a creative decision?
It's primarily economic, and it's a, the way I look at it is that I do believe that we are mature enough and responsible enough that if we're not, you know, if we could be a little more open to each other in this band, we could manage ourselves, and people wouldn't get angry, you know, all the time about little things. So I think that we're mature enough to do it.
I think we could use a manager sometimes, sort of the way the Partridge Family had Reuben Kincaid, or, you know, sort of someone to help the family sort things out. I mean, he seemed like more than a manager, and if we would ever find somebody like that, I think that would be pretty good for us.
Get away. We don't need you here today. We just want to rock out in our private little basement. You can throw it on us, brother, but we won't ignore your mother when she heads into our bathroom. So no one.
Pavement has a message, man. A message for the kids.
What's the message?
I don't know. What is the message?
What is the message?
Oh gosh, the message is don't let the man keep you down, you know? I mean, Pavement saw the global swindle coming, you know?